I turned the popular streamer ASMONGOLD into a build in Minecraft Dungeons. If you don't know who ASMONGOLD is, he is a controversial streamer that talks a bit about politics, World of Warcraft, reactions, kind of like that stuff. But since he does play World of Warcraft, or at least did, today we're going to be basically doing the build of what he would be doing if he played Minecraft Dungeons. Oh, and ASMONGOLD, if you're watching this, thanks. Alright, so for our obvious skin selection, we chose this guy because he is the most keen and faithful skin to ASMONGOLD. But for our armor, we basically did full metal armor, which super tanky, has all these really, tanky enchants. For our bow, we did imploding crossbow, of course, high damage, stuff like that. And obviously we did the broadsword in terms of damage because broadsword is a good damage weapon. Let's test this build out. Also, I did use the high damage and high defense artifacts in the game. So this build is pretty slow, but it's extremely powerful and tanky. The thing about paint cycle is that it's kind of weird because it makes you lose health for this one. Anyways, let's just try this out on the Minecraft Dungeons missions. Let's try some of the harder hitting missions like redstone mines, fiery forge, high block halls, and obsidian pinnacle. We're not going to do all of them obviously, but we're going to do the heavier ones. Desert temple is very light work in comparison. So let's actually do fiery forge first. We're about adventure level 4, right? Let's try this out. We are getting lots of souls right now. Whoa. Yeah, we can also smite these mobs because we have the lightning rod, which is our second artifact. And yeah, actually, let's get this speed potion because this build is extremely slow to use. The crossbow is extremely good since it has multi-shot and chain reaction. The further away that we shoot, the better it is for damage. So actually, the fact that we have leeching and pain cycle as both enchantments, this will heal us more than it damages us. We're still going to get the benefits of the pain cycle attack. Yeah, so... And as you can see, these arrows grow really huge. Harvester is really good when you're around a lot of mobs because, honestly man, I don't feel like dealing with them. I'd rather just blow up like a backpack guy. I wish in Minecraft Dungeons there were resistances to poison damage and to fire damage. That would be so good for enchants, rather than like all these stupid like shadow form kind of like enchants, because nobody really cares about them. You know what I mean? Nobody really uses them. I don't think I've ever seen a Minecraft Dungeons YouTuber ever use the shadow form. They only use like the shadow brew for like, that kind of stuff. But as the enchants, like they're kind of useless. So let's actually talk a little bit about the streamer ASMONGOLD. So I did mention earlier that he does like to do lots of reactions and stuff like that. Ironically, the last video that I did in Minecraft Dungeons is the lightning build. That actually reminds me, ASMONGOLD likes to really react to this streamer called Hassan Piker, and obviously likewise the other way around as well. They basically farm off of each other for, politics content. And Hassan Piker is like kind of like this socialist YouTuber who shocked his dog on a stream, and ASMONGOLD is pretty much the opposite in terms of like la politica. But the reason why I chose the broadsword and the really tanky armor and stuff like that is because I know my boy Asmon, he likes to have these quote big PP builds in the games. And also, there are lots of big creators that go against him, and because they're not exactly smart, he always ends up winning the argument. And say what you will about Asmon, but he is a dirty boy. So that's why I chose a place like Fiery Forge, because there's lots of dirt everywhere, lots of ashes, and I think there's bats in this area too, right? Oh yeah, redstone mines has that. I should have chosen spelunker armor. That would have been so good. But yeah, now we have to activate the cores. It's time to ban this iron golem. Ooh, plate armor. This is basically the common version of our full metal armor. And by the way, if you're wondering why these armor effects are so wonky on the full metal armor and so different than it's supposed to be, it's because I use a modded save file for this build. This is experimental. I'm not using it like far in progress and cheat the game. And the sword that I'm using, the broadsword, oh dang, we got the same armor twice. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me, man. And honestly, I'm really hoping if ASMONGOLD is watching this right now, I'm hoping that he's trying Minecraft Dungeons, alright? Minecraft Dungeons is like, it's genuinely a fun game to play. Now, the way it's constructed, it's like, I heard someone say it was like Diablo or something, because it's a dungeon crawler game, obviously. But this is honestly a lot better than Minecraft is. I play Minecraft Dungeons like 1,000 times more often than I do play Minecraft. I would much rather make videos on Minecraft Dungeons than Minecraft as well. Yo, where's the chest? Doesn't there like spawn the chest or something? Oh, it's a geriatric. Usually it's supposed to summon like a chest or something, I don't know. And also the fact that the streamer ASMONGOLD is like 6'3". Choosing like a big armor set for this build, it actually makes sense. And what's even crazy is that a lot of these streamers are like super tall. Like even Hassan Piker is like 6'4", and we don't really pay attention that much to height, but like it's kind of crazy when you find out how tall these people are. When I found out that Charlie Kirk was 6'5", I was like extremely impressed because I only saw him sitting at the booths. I never actually saw Charlie stand up in like next to like, I don't know, someone like Steph Curry, who's only 6'2". And funny enough, I thought Steph Curry was like 5'1", but he's actually 6'2". I mean, obviously he's in basketball, he's in the NBA, obviously, so it makes sense that he's at least a little bit tall. But I've always remembered him as like shorter compared to most of the other players. So it really makes me wonder about like that basketball player who was in the Celtics and was really short. And I don't even remember what his name was. I'm gonna smite this guy back to quote being banned, I guess. Ooh, nice. Reinforced mail is also good for this one, but it's a lot smaller than plate armor, so we're savaging it. And the reason why I chose Fiery Forge and redstone mines is because these two levels have a lot of redstone golems, and redstone golems are basically the biggest mobs that aren't like bosses in the game. And they are bosses technically, but they're not like the nameless one, you know what I'm saying? They're not like the arch illager thingy. You know, they're just like mini bosses. It's a really good thing we can actually farm souls with this build. And also, for context, the imploding crossbow is like the exploding crossbow, but instead of just exploding, it also drags people into its gravitational pull. You know what I'm saying? And it actually is very symbolic to how Asmon is usually very confrontational with people that he disagrees with online, like on Twitter and like you know, these other places. Now, this is actually a whole lot easier than it looks. Wow. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. We literally just picked up another imploding crossbow. And the common version of it, the exploding crossbow. But we're savaging this one because the enchants in the guilds, they're extremely powerful and they matter a lot. So yeah, we basically beat the forge. Now all we got to do is leave. And so far, this build is actually working out really well. Alrighty. Totem of Casting, absolute garbage. Ooh, nice, we got the Vine Whip. Alright, so let's actually try out the Obsidian Pinnacle this time. I know, it feels kind of weird that we're doing this now, but the Obsidian Pinnacle, this is basically where you'll find all like the big boys. He's gonna be basically taking out all the pork boys here. And also, another fun fact about Asmon, I've seen him react to like a whole bunch of videos in regards to like, you know, fat people, especially like the selfish kind of fat people, you know what I'm saying? And low-key, I mean, like, I kind of rock with that stuff, you know what I mean? Because there are some demographics in which of the more selfish variants of fat people, they're harder to deal with, you know what I mean? And it's better to be healthy, you know, it's better to be slim. Unless if you can only be this way, man, I give a strong recommendation to change your lifestyle and become slimmer. You know what I mean? Dang, this crossbow is good. People in general are just more likely to go well with someone that presents themselves well, and that even if they're not the best looking person in general, but they present themselves really well, and they do really well in looks that are very controllable, so they actually give them more of like a social advantage in the society. So that's why you want to make sure that whatever factors you can control in terms of looks and presentation, be sure to like optimize them, you know what I'm saying? Maximize them, like kind of like looks maxing. Looks maxing is a very stupid thing, but it definitely works. Dang, soul crossbow. Okay, I don't really care that much about it. Alright, so we haven't died yet. That's good. Harvester is extremely good for this. Oh man, of course. Big cliche. Wait, I'm just gonna smite these guys. And also, the reason why I chose a big but slow weapon is because ASMONGOLD's cadence is not exactly the fastest kind of cadence. It's more like, you know, he's trying to be like clearer between his words. Except for when he like talks to that kind of like Texan slang or whatever. I don't know how to describe it. Back to hell, man. Back to hell. Sending these guys straight back to hell. You gotta remember this. 1% of the illagers commit 99% of the crimes. And obviously, if you know, you know. And the fact that we're always bringing back those, like, references in his streams, it's always nice to watch, you know? It's one big reason why I enjoy watching him. Even though I might not agree with everything he says, he's certainly a streamer of the times. And I think if he played Minecraft Dungeons on a stream, that'd be pretty funny. It's another pork boy we're gonna be taking out. Blah! You silly boy. Alright. Yeah, let's just move on. Alright, come on. Yeah, I really just don't feel like going through this section. Frick. Okay, did not want to do that. Just gonna roll into this platform because I really do not want to get into that room. Bam. By the way, if y'all are liking this video, be sure to subscribe, alright? I not only do Minecraft Dungeons content, but I also do Geometry Dash, Minecraft sometimes. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Hashtag reform Minecraft Dungeons. They're always going to be saying to take away the crossbows from the illagers. But what if there's a tyrannical government? Well, I mean, in this case, they are the tyrannical government, but like, I'm talking about, I need my crossbow rights, alright? I need to take out this guy. Wait, he's not even doing anything. Yeah, pathetic. Also, dang, what is this? I've never seen this before. Well, actually, I have, but like, I never like noticed it, you know what I mean? I need to get more arrows, man. Leeching is extremely good for just getting back health. All right, good. We got some more arrows. Alrighty, so if y'all haven't played Minecraft Dungeons yet, you're coming here because, like, I don't know, you like the streamer ASMONGOLD, or maybe you hate the streamer ASMONGOLD. You just want to see how, you want to see me fail in Minecraft Dungeons. Well, the final boss that we're about to fight right now, he basically starts off as like this really short guy with a big schnoz, and he eventually turns into like this little like obsidian thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just providing like context for those who came for the ASMONGOLD part and not for the Minecraft Dungeons part. Wow, I'm gonna say this, the crossbow that I'm using is just so good for long distance. Like, I'm literally sniping geriatrics here. Alrighty. We want to maximize our souls for this time. So we're about to fight him in 3, 2, 1. It would have been so fitting if we literally fought like a lightning boss in Minecraft Dungeons, but there isn't a lightning boss in this game, sadly. Well, actually, this is low-key kind of Hassan. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I really like the fact that like it just goes back. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, now this is the hard part. This is like the phase 2 part of the boss. You know what I mean? Okay, we are actually doing what the frick? Oh my gosh, that was easy. This is really a big PP build. So I guess we got like a claymore. This is literally just like the common version of the broadsword. The broadsword is like literally one of the best swords in the game. If we're not talking about obsidian claymores, then it's like, also if we're not talking about anchors, then this is literally the highest damaging weapon in the game. Along with the frost slayer, because the frost slayer is just a reskin version of it. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole build. But yeah, this is a pretty good build. I really like using it. It is really, really, really good for damage. That's pretty much all I have to say. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next time.